like always. Well, together let's step into a land of rugged highlands, ancient stone castles, and fierce loyalty. The medieval Scotland kingdom. Well, from the rise of the warrior kings to the murmur of monks and abbeys. Beyond the history books lies a world of secret rituals, hidden tunnels, quirky customs, and untold truths. And we're gonna discover them. First, we're gonna start with the stats. Medieval Kingdom of Scotland, the quick stats. The time period roughly 843 AD. Unification to 1603. Union of Crowns. The founding monarch was MacAlpin. MacAlpin. In 1843, capital. Well, early capital, what that's Scone, somewhere here in this area. Scone, and then Edinburgh. By the 15th century, the language spoken, Gaelic, Scottish Gaelic, and Latin. Well, the religion first was Christianity, Celtic Christianity, and Roman Catholic, so Celtic Christianity and Roman Catholic. Religions, Celtic Christianity and Roman Catholic. The currency, pounds, Scots pounds, before the union with England. So, currency, Scot pounds. Notable historical facts. Well, Kenneth MacAlpin is credited with unifying the Picts and the Scots in one kingdom. Another historical fact is the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314, a massive win for the Scots and Robert the Bruce against England. In 1320, a bold letter asserting Scottish independence, Declaration of Arbroath, considered an inspiration for the later democratic documents. Mary, Queen of Scots, one of the most famous monarchs in Scottish history, is Mary. Her life was full of drama, marriages, betrayals, and eventually execution by her cousin, Elizabeth I of England. The Old Alliance. long-standing agreement between Scotland and France to counterbalance the England's power in the region. And the next chapter in our story, in our travel in medieval Scotland, is the unknown or lesser known facts. Well, Stone of Destiny. Well, let's write it here. Stone of Destiny. Well, used for Scottish coronations, it was stolen by Edward I and taken to England. It mysteriously reappeared in Scotland a century later. The Stone of Destiny. Galloway. Well, Galloway, a semi-autonomous Norse Gaelic lordship that resisted the Scottish crown for centuries. Okay, so it's done. William Wallace won at Stirling Bridge, but it was defeated a year later. Scotland's freedom wasn't secured until years after his death. Noblemen, particularly in the Highlands, often wielded significant power and led clans in the absence of men. Yes, we're talking about female power. Well, something rarely saw in those periods of times. I don't know if you can see the contour which I'm tracing. I think this one is so thinner to be seen. The pen cell. So right. Well, now the quirky facts. Beards were serious business. Kings like Malcolm Cummer were nicknamed after their facial hair. Canmore means big head or great chief, but beard length was seen as a sign of masculinity and leadership. And this is available on all Nordic civilizations, including Vikings. Haggis might have Viking roots. While haggis is Scottish today, it's believed Norse invaders had a similarity dish. So, haggis. Unicorns on the coat of arms. Well, everybody knows that one of the main symbols of Scotland is the unicorn. It's its national animal, chosen for its association with purity and strength. and because it was believed to be the only creature fierce enough to stand up a lion. Lion, which is the symbol of England. So, unicorn. Did you know that James IV was a polyglot king? He reportedly spoke several languages fluently, including Latin, Scots, Gaelic, and even a bit of Spanish and French. Royal trepanations. Well, let's pay attention now. There are some evidence. So, trepanation. There are some evidence that ancient Scottish surgeons performed trepanations while drilling holes in the skull, with some surviving in the process centuries before it was common in Europe. Did you know that Scottish kings may have practiced pagan rites in secret? Pagan rites. While officially Christian was the religion of Scotland, some Scottish kings and nobles are believed to have secretly continued pagan rituals, especially in the remote highlands. Well, the archaeologists discovered ancient standing stones were sometimes still used for blessings or fertility rites. The Bruce heart was a political weapon. After Robert the Bruce died, his heart was removed, placed in a silver casket, and taken on a crusade to the Holy Land by Sir James Douglas, not just for honor, but also as a symbolic move to inspire unity and legitimize Bruce's legacy. It never made it to Jerusalem, but the gesture cemented the Bruce mythos in Europe. In Edinburgh, hidden tunnels, many Scottish castles like Edinburgh Castle, Stirling Castle, and Dunantau were rumored to have hidden escape tunnels or secret rooms for political prisoners, and in some cases smuggling priests during Protestant persecutions. Well, I believe, in my opinion, that all the castles in the medieval times were built especially with escape routes, hidden escape routes, like tunnels, caves, and other types of defense systems. In ultimate cases, poison rings and royal intrigue. So, poisons, rings. Scottish nobility were known to wear rings with concealed poison compartments. Very interesting. A way to assassinate or commit suicide if captured. So, poison rings. Well, those were the times when the poison was the most powerful weapon against kings and royalties. Ancient code hidden in the Declaration of Arbroath. So, ancient code hidden in Declaration of Arbroath. Well, some historians believe the Declaration of Arbroath contains subtle legal and symbolic codes that align Scotland's case for independence with Roman legal traditions, essentially using the Church's own language against the English claims. Women of noble clans often maintain secret communication networks. Secret communication networks. Wow. Across enemy lines, passing letters through religious houses, helping warn of raids, betrayals, or even coordinating marriages and peace pacts. The secret Scottish spy monks. Well, let's note these spy monks. In 13th, 14th century, Cistercian monks in Scotland were rumored to have been used as informal intelligence agents by the Crown, passing messages through monasteries to outposts as far as France and Ireland, under the radar of English spies. Very interesting, right? Well, from secret alliances and unicorn symbols to hidden tunnels of Edinburgh and warrior kings, the medieval Scottish kingdom was anything but ordinary. It was a land of contradictions, sacred, savage, poetic yet brutal. So whatever you're tracing your ancestry, wandering through ruins, or just enchanted by the stories, know this: Scotland medieval heart still beats beneath the stones in Edinburgh, maybe waiting to be discovered even further. Okay, so these maybe are the tales from Scotland, and they have their own charm, right? We are talking about medieval times, when legends and tales were flourished.